How many times have you looked at your screen today? It's a question many do not consider, yet it's incredibly significant. According to Data Reportal last year, the average global screen time for people aged 16 to 64 was about 6 hours and 37 minutes per day. That's about a quarter of our daily lives. That's quite significant. By screen time, I mean the amount of time a person spends interacting with electronic screens, smartphones, computers, TVs, and other digital devices. Will these figures decline in the coming years? Maybe not. Imagine a world where screens are omnipresent, where people spend hours glued to their devices, but at the same time where our eyes bear the brunt of this digital bombardment. Welcome to the digital age, where constant connection comes at a cost, our vision. I recall a few years ago, it was barely a week after I just resumed at a new job, when I noticed something unsettling. I was struggling to focus on my computer screen. While at work, and even on getting home, my vision was blurred, and I had headaches centered around my eyes. Given my background as a medical doctor, and having parents who both wear glasses, I humorously thought to myself, well, I guess it's now my turn to join the family tradition of wearing glasses. For 2 weeks, I endured these symptoms, almost convinced I had developed a refractive error. My headaches became intense, and my vision had become compromised. And so I decided it was time to see an optician. But then an interesting thought pattern came to my mind, and that was, my headaches were quite intense and my vision most affected while I was at work. Everything seemed to point to my workplace as the culprit. I was determined to get to the bottom of this, so I decided it was time to do some further study. Interestingly, I found out that the lighting from my workplace and the glare from my screen were significant factors. I decided I had to make some adjustments, improving the lighting in my workplace, and at the same time, optimizing my screen settings to reduce the glare. It wasn't long after that I noticed some improvement in my symptoms. By the end of the following week, my vision had returned to normal. These experiences taught me a crucial lesson, which is, your sight is shaped by your surrounding, and your vision by the conditions with which you see. By making subtle changes to these conditions, we can ultimately promote eye health. Today, I'd like to share this insight with you and explore how we can achieve and protect our vision in an increasingly digital world. There is a digital dilemma, and that's because in today's society, screens dominate every aspect of our lives. Yes, they do. From smartphones to TVs to tablets to laptops, we're constantly exposed to blue light emissions. Blue light, like other colors of visible light, is everywhere. The sun emits blue light, as well as most of our devices. Our eyes are usually equipped with structures that can help protect us from other kinds of light, or not blue light. Given the magnitude of the sun, it's understandable to know and quite logical to see that it produces more blue light than what we have from our screens. But then health concerns mainly arise from the use of our devices. And the reason for this is quite simple: proximity and duration. How close these devices are to us and the amount of time we spend on them. By adjusting these factors, we can ultimately protect our vision. There isn't much valid research to show that blue light could cause direct damage to our eyes. But then there is a well-recognized medical condition termed digital eye strain. And it encompasses various vision-related symptoms, all linked with the prolonged use of digital devices. These symptoms could include blurred vision, eye strain, dry eyes, difficulty in focusing, light sensitivity, and even headaches. All of these symptoms could be seen in digital Eyestring. And you might be wondering, how does digital Eyestring come about? I'll tell you why. The ability of our eyes to focus on objects at different distances is called accommodation. What happens is that the muscles of our eye tighten or relax to adjust the curvature of our lens, thus enabling us focus. For instance, when you look at an object up close, like a smartphone, these eye muscles tighten to increase the curvature of your lens, thus enabling clear vision. But here's the problem. By constantly focusing on close-up objects, these muscles work harder. And by working harder, it means they stay tense for most of the time. This could lead over time to straining of these muscles and could lead to eye strain. And this is where sometimes there could be some concerns. You know, digital eye strain is mainly a consequence of two factors: our screen exposure and the setup with which we view our devices. By making adjustments to these factors, we can ultimately protect our vision. Today you can make a choice, and that's the choice to reduce your screen exposure by adjusting your overall screen time. Now I understand this can be challenging for some due to certain work environments, but these are little steps which over time can make great impact. And you see, reducing your overall screen time offers benefits that goes even beyond just the eyes. Several researchers have shown that there are several health and wellness benefits that come from reducing our overall screen time. Other factors such as screen glare, viewing distance, our sitting posture, and even our lighting play a significant role, and they fall under the setup with which we view our devices. While poor lighting can actually affect our vision, it's also interesting to know that excessive lighting also contributes to digital eye strain. This was actually my experience in the story I shared earlier. Bringing all of these points together, I'd like to share 5 proactive strategies for maintaining eye health and preventing the negative effects of digital eye strain. And the first would be to break the cycle. Yes, break the cycle. Give your eyes the chance to relax and refocus. Take breaks from close-up tasks and look at objects at a distance periodically. There is a generally recognized recommendation by eye professionals around the world, and it's called the 20-20-20 rule. Yes, 20-20-20, which simply is, for every 20 minutes of engaging in a focused activity, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. This simple practice can alleviate eye strain and give your eyes the much-needed rest it deserves. You may want to try this now, or maybe wait till I finish my next point, which is to optimize your workspace. This will involve making adjustments to reduce the glare to your eyes, making adjustments to ensure proper lighting. Things such as your sitting area and your computer, ensuring it also offers you some form of comfort. Some mobile phones come with adaptive brightness feature, which is quite helpful. But if you're faced with a monitor which you have to manually adjust, by making adjustment to the brightness and the contrast settings can ultimately reduce the glare coming to your eyes. Many might be wondering, and maybe haven't considered this third point, and that is to blink often. Yes, it sounds quite simple, but it's interesting how many persons forget to blink regularly while staring at a screen. And this could lead to dry eyes. At the same time, it could lead to eye discomfort. By blinking regularly, you help to moisturize the front part of your eyes and prevent dry eyes. Dry eyes on its own can lead to other eye-related problems. Another interesting point to consider is what I call digital detox. We've heard of detox diet and other similar programs. How many persons have considered digital detox? It simply means to schedule regular screen breaks and engage in other activities that will give your eyes the needed rest. Simple activities such as standing and even stretching, or taking a walk, or maybe sometimes practicing mindfulness, where you just close your eyes and think about the good things of life. Yes, digital detox can be very helpful. Finally, if you have concerns with your eye health, or you have concerns with your vision, it's always a good practice to see a specialist. I'll close with this call to action. As we navigate through the complexities of a digital world, let's remember to prioritize our eye health. Together, let's spread this awareness, adopt healthier habits, and empower ourselves and others to thrive in this digital society without being stained by the screen. Remember, our eyes are not just the windows to our world, they are actually the windows to our mind as well, helping us express emotions, perceive, and communicate. Let's treat them with the care they deserve. Thank you.